Here's your wrestling news for May 14th, 2022, and your headlines for today include WWE announced title unification match again, reveal Roman Reigns' possible next opponent, Ronda Rousey finally hits her stride with performance on latest Smackdown, Ric Flair preparing for first match in over a decade in latest training video, AEW star refutes claim by the company that she's injured. What is going on? New wrestling promotion confirmed by former WWE superstars. First show announced for June in the UK. Is WWE ready to pull the trigger on a Mysterios split? WWE preparing to add new members to the Bloodline, and more. We are kicking off with Smackdown as last night's show belonged to Raw Tag Team Champions Randy Orton and Riddle. RK Bro opened the night by demanding a title unification bout, only to be interrupted by Sami Zayn, who lost to Riddle later in the show. The most important part of the night was that the Usos accepted the title unification challenge, and the match was made official for next week's show. The match may be official, but we can't put it past WWE for changing things like they did with WrestleMania Backlash, and there's good reason to expect the match to not go ahead as planned. With Hell in a Cell set to miss Roman Reigns, the June 5th event needs something big for fans to tune into, and we can't rule out some sort of no contest next week, with the titles actually being unified at the Premium Live event. Speaking of the Tribal Chief, Riddle was able to deliver a flying knee to Reigns' face, shaking the undisputed WWE Universal Champion and possibly teasing his next challenger. If RK Bro lose their titles to the Usos, then perhaps Riddle will be the next opponent for the head of the table, and while we wouldn't expect him to win, it's a clear sign of how much faith WWE has in the original Bro. Smackdown was also the first show of the Ronda Rousey era as women's champion, and the Hot Rod was looking to redeem herself. Despite having plenty of star power, the 3 months since Rousey returned at the Royal Rumble has been lacking, with the fan consensus being that she's provided little to WWE's shows. Thankfully, Rousey is now finding her stride, as after an impressive performance at WrestleMania Backlash, the SmackDown Women's Champion had an incredible open challenge match last night, which was answered by Raquel Rodriguez. We're not a fan of how much Rodriguez smiles, which is reportedly an edict from WWE higher-ups, but that didn't take away from what was easily the match of the night, which Rousey won. Showing respect to her opponent after the match, this bout has done wonders for Ronda, who looked more comfortable last night than she's been so far since returning. This is the right way to handle her title reign, and with a Shotzi Aaliyah segment also airing last night, the baddest woman on the planet won't have a shortage of challengers for her newly won title. In wrestling, there's few names more legendary than Ric Flair, whose 16 reigns as world champion continues to be an incredible accolade only one other man has reached. In 2008, Flair had his WWE retirement match, but has competed a handful of times since then, and now looks ready to get back in the ring. That's according to Dave Meltzer, who writes in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that the 73-year-old Flair is training to wrestle again in what would be his first match since 2011. There's no word on who Flair will face, but this news comes 1 month after the Nature Boy posted a training session video with Jay Lethal, and a week after he posted a video of what he called Round 2. It was last November that Flair said he could absolutely wrestle another match, saying he's in better shape now than he was when he faced Sting on the final WCW Monday Nitro, as the Nature Boy is getting ready to deliver chops and figure fours one last time. Over to AEW now, as the company is continuing on with their Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament, which underwent a major change last night. During Rampage, it was announced that Hikaru Shida is hurt and will be replaced in next week's match against Red Velvet by Chris Statlander, but this may not be legitimate. On Twitter, Shida made it clear that she was shocked by the news and teased that AEW's decision to replace her may not be honest, claiming that, "I seem to have been injured." AEW didn't disclose what kind of injury Shida suffered or a possible recovery time, which has led to speculation that she's not actually hurt, but that this is just a cover to put Statlander in her place. Whatever the case may be, Shida is out of the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament, and AEW's resident alien is in, and we'll have to see who advances to the semifinals on next week's Rampage. In September 2020, Akam and Rezar were released from WWE over 6 months after their last match with the company. Neither member of AOP has wrestled since then, but they're now returning to wrestling under a different role. On Twitter, Alex McCarthy of TalkSport shared a statement announcing the details of AOP's brand new promotion, Wrestling Entertainment Series. WES will have its first show on June 4th from the Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham, England, and promises some of the biggest names in professional wrestling. Wrestling Entertainment Series is already making some serious moves, as the promotion is reportedly set to hold shows across Europe and the Middle East, but the date for these events is unclear. AOP themselves will be wrestling as well, reuniting with their NXT manager Paul Ellering in the process, and time will tell if WES can become the next hit sensation in the pro wrestling industry. Back to WWE now, as this August will mark 2 years since Dominic Mysterio made his in-ring debut and has spent his entire career working alongside his father. Over the years, there's been speculation that Dominic would eventually turn on his father and enter into a role as a singles competitor, and now WWE may at last be able to pull that trigger. In the Wrestling Observer newsletter, it's reported that WWE is planning on splitting up the father-son duo, as the report reads, Rey Mysterio has of late gotten more stem cell treatments for injuries. Dominic Mysterio hasn't been used, with the idea that he's injured from Mahan. There's been a lot of talk of them not being put together going forward, although without the connection to Rey, there's really not much they can do with Dominic on the main roster. WWE has teased splitting the duo in the past, only to drop the angle with no explanation. With Rey turning 48 later this year and racking up several injuries, WWE are well aware that Dominic will have to go on without his father eventually, and that may be happening sooner than fans would think. Shortly after WrestleMania 38, Pat Buck left WWE but didn't spend long in the unemployment line. Mere days after producing the Brock Lesnar vs. Roman Reigns match, Buck had joined AEW and has now opened up about his decisions to jump ship. At a recent WrestlePro event, Buck returned to the ring to face Joey Janela, and after that, spoke about how he sometimes makes great decisions and bad decisions. Speaking about WWE, Buck said he was blessed to work for the company for 3 years, but said that the grueling schedule forced him to miss his two families, his personal family and his wrestling family. Pat Buck made his decision, as AEW will ultimately allow him to give more time to his family. In the end, that is what truly matters to him. And we're ending today with Naomi, who, despite being part of the NYE family, is not a part of the Bloodline on Smackdown. Recently, Naomi said she finds it odd that she's not with her husband Jimmy Uso on TV, and she's not the only one who wants her in the group. Speaking to After the Bell, Jey Uso teased bringing in more members to the group, and Jimmy said it's very likely that his wife will join them on TV. Saying that Naomi is ready to try something new, it's worth remembering that, except for a brief run with Team Bad in 2015, the Glow has been a babyface throughout her entire run with the company. The pair also spoke about Solo Sikoa, their brother who is working right now in NXT 2.0, and while they didn't confirm that he'll be called up, Jay said that fans have no idea how many relations are lined up. Since uniting, the Bloodline has been virtually unstoppable, and with more members seemingly poised to join, expect the dominant faction to get stronger from here.